So hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the fifth episode of our 100 million silver series. So today once again we are going to farm green chests for silver and fame, and for today's run I am going to use the great X instead of our usual battle X. Everything else in the build going to be the same. Okay, and from today onwards you are going to hear my original voice. I ditched using the AI voice, it way complicated, so it will be way easier if I just voice over my gameplay episodes. Okay, so forget that part, let's dive in. And for today's session and from today onwards we will be using the duration of our food as our timer. For example, I am using the roast pork here. So once the buff expires, that means 30 minutes has already been passed, so it's a good way to calculate time of how much we are spending in the game. Okay, that's the chit chat. Let's dive in, let's get started. Okay, so the first chest we got is a blue one. Let's see how much we get. 55k. I think that's good for our starting of this session. Alright, so we found the night chest. Let's do that quickly before somebody comes in. And let me just quickly clear this camp and then I will show you the loot. Alright, so it's a gold one. Let's see how much we are getting. 1 mil. Nah, it's 600k, but that's still good. Again, that's still a good loot. Now I already have a lot of loot in me, so what I'm going to do is keep all the loot in the hideout and we will come back and clear all these chests. These are also good camps to clear, so give me a sec. Okay, it's a green one. Maybe I will get 20k or something. Okay, 90k. It is actually pretty good. And I got a graveguard arm. I got a graveguard helmet that is useful for a healer. So that's good. That is very useful. Now, since we have completed all the camps, now in the meantime, when the chests are respawning, we can do tracking. Okay. Now, since we are doing tracking, I also did in the previous video. Let's talk about tracking. Okay. So, solo tracking is not profitable at all. Let me clear it down at the very first. If you want to make profit via tracking, I will suggest that you do group tracking. Group tracking is actually profitable, but solo tracking is not. But if you want to try something different, you know, you are fame farming by a chest and it is always the same thing, so it kind of feels boring at some point, so you can try tracking. Okay, now in terms of return rate and silver earning, I will say that you can track two mobs, that is the Shadow Panther and the Sylvian. I guess the Shadow Panther drops always around 90,000, and from Sylvian you will get 40,000 round of loot. They are very easy to kill, something with a battle axe, dual sword, or whatever weapon you like, and the loot is perfectly decent. Okay, okay, so that's our 40k. Now let's track down the panther. After that, I guess the chest will respawn and we can all again do chest farming. Alright, so this chest has been enchanted into another night chest. Let's just do this quickly. After that we will continue our panther hunt. So give me a sec. Okay, so this time a purple chest. Last time we got the gold one and this is a purple. It is quite a lucky day for me. That's a good loot. Now let's continue with the panther hunt. Okay, so that's 86k. That is pretty decent. This is how much you actually realistically get from killing a black panther in solo. Okay, in solo tracking. I still haven't tried the runestone golem at solo tracking. I guess it will also give something decent. I don't know about that because my tracking toolkit is at tier 5. We can only track the runestone golem at t6. Okay, so I will tell you when I reach that. First let's clear all of this chest around it. They also got enchanted into medium chests, so let's see how much we get from here. 71. Okay, that's good. I guess it is hard to do these maze boss with just the great axe. I think I need to bring my battle axe for this chest. Okay, this chest also got enchanted and this one is also a medium chest. I mean, all the chests I'm getting are either medium or night chest, so it is actually a lucky day. And the best thing about battle axe when I compare with the great axe is that you get an additional healing if you throw the second axe. Okay, you will get into a cooldown, but that can save your life. Okay, and that is actually a good thing. Now let's see how much we are getting from this chest. Okay, I think that's also decent. Alright, so 1 hour has been passed and we got pretty lucky with our loot. Now I completely forgot to mention that we have red zone open to our portals. So we can go to the black market and cash in our items. So just give me a sec and I will load in all of the goods that I want to sell and we will make it a quick trip. Okay, so we are very close to Callion. I am surprised to see that there are no red players in the red zone. I mean today is Sunday, so more players should be active by now, but empty red zones are good for me. And so here we are in the Callion. So let's just cash in all of our items. I'm just going to fast forward this part so it doesn't get boring in this point. And we are going to sell all of our trash and tracking items to the traditional market. They will be not bought in the black market. So Alright, so we have already completed everything. Okay, that's actually bad. One, two. This guy has an infernal sight. I guess he cannot catch me. The gallop speed of a moose and a swiftclaw is almost the same, so they cannot catch me. I'm already going to get into my HO portal. I guess I'm going to be completely safe. Okay, one, two, three. There are three players. I mean, it's a small group. They cannot catch me. I mean, if they are in large groups, then it can be a big trouble. But in small groups, yeah, gankers are not that scary. So I will easily get into my hideout because I have a faster mount. Alright, so we made around 2.6 million silver in a span of 1.5 hours. You can see my third roast pork is going to be end soon. So 2.6 in 1.5 hours means we made around 1.7 mil an hour. I think that's pretty good, and that is enough gameplay for today. I will see you guys in the next day. Alright, so the next day has been started and we are going to use the same build for like we used yesterday, and once again we are going to use roast pork as our timer. But before we start spamming green chest once again, let me just check the route. Who is this guy? Okay, that's a 6.3 death giver. That guy is definitely not a good thing in our zone. Luckily he is just leaving now. I hope he leaves the zone because the portals are opened to the royal continent, so we can bring in stuff from the royal continent and start crafting today. So that will be a great idea. So just let me write all the coordinates and just give me a sec. I guess that guy has completed all the chest, and there is no chest right now, so we can do a little bit of tracking. So let's start our tracking with the Shadow Panther. Okay, that's an enchanted chest. It was a small chest a few times ago, but let's just do it quickly. Okay, not. I'm not fighting a blood moon right now, and he has more players, so it's better to just leave. I'm just leaving. I now have to lose the trail with them. Let's just trigger all the traps. I mean, that wolf will get dismounted if I just, trigger all the traps. Yeah, almost. Let's just hide in the dungeon for now and wait for 90 seconds for the dungeon to get closed. I hope nobody has saw me, so I will be very safe here. Okay, that's a pretty decent loot. I was expecting 50k from a T6 dungeon, but guess we got something good here. Now let's clear all the small chests that are left behind. Today we are only getting the smaller chests, so yeah. Small chests are trash if it's green. Green small chests are just trash. You will just get around 10 to 20k, and I think it's not worth it. I just completed 4 chests and just got 100k, so it's not worth it. Also, I am working on my X3, fame farming the X3, because I am also preparing for PvP. So in order, the problem with PvP is that I don't deal that much damage, so I need to actually fame farm all of my weapons in order to do some decent damage. But forget that part now, since there is nothing else to do in the hideout zone. So we are going to bring all of our stuff, craft them, and then sell them into the market. Now thankfully I have already pre-ordered all my materials in the market, so I can just grab them, refine it, and bring it to our hideout for crafting. Now the most annoying and the most boring part of crafting is actually the transportation part. You have to refine something in Thetford, then bring it to this city and that city, etc, etc. So it takes a lot of time, so I'm going to skip the transportation part and make it easier for you to understand. It is the most boring part, the transportation. So let's skip the journey part and I will meet you at the hideout. Alright, so we are finally back to our hideout. It took me around half an hour to transport my mats from Thetford to Aspenwood, but we are finally here, so now it's crafting time. So let me grab all of my mats, some journals, and we will start crafting our tools. By the way, tools, food and potions are always in high demand and they sell really well in the royal market. So you can just try them, definitely try them. Just keep in mind the profit margins are going to be slightly thin if you are not crafting in the hideouts, which of course gives the best bonus. Alright, so crafting is done. Now it is time to transport them back to the royal market. Now I am carrying around 8 mil worth of items. So if you are transporting such a huge quantity of items, I will definitely recommend that you take a scout with you. But since nobody is online right now, I think I have to do it on my own. I am taking a big risk. If I fell into the hands of a large party, I will be dead and I will lose around 8 to 9 mil silver. So that can be a devastating blow. Okay, let's hope nothing happens bad and let's go. Alright, so we are finally at the Limhurst market. Now we will sell all of our items including our journals in this market. Now for journals I am going to directly sell them because it is free money. I spent less money to buy these journals and I am getting more in return, so it is a win-win scenario. Now here's a good tip for placing sell orders in the market. is that you should not put all your items in one big sell order. Instead, break them into smaller orders. Okay. This way, if someone undercuts your price, you can easily adjust your price without paying a large setup fee. It is a simple trick that can save a lot of silver, and you will stay competitive with that. Now what we are going to do is put some of our tools in sell order in the Limhurst market, and the rest will be sold in Bridgewatch. Now if everything gets sold out, we will get 10 million silver, and that means we will complete our 100 million silver challenge. Also, I forgot to mention that the money I spend on the mats is 6 million. So here we are making a 4 million profit. Also, I need to clear up my bank in my hideout. It's quite filled with junk, so I will sell all of these trash items also in the market. So that is enough for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and that's it.